Took a perk, now I'm on another level. Tasting on the mountain, got me dancing with the devil. Pull the A for Kobe Bryant, mix it purple with the yellow. Got these rats on the names, hard to keep this bitch together. Jump out the Rari, then jump out the Rafe, and I hop in my jelly, then hop in some bacon. They jump out the face. They jump out the face. I ain't gon' stack in this money, gon' fall down. Came in the hood, now we jump out the states. Peep out these diamonds, they jump out the face. Ducking in diamonds and selling it white. Got a wife for these niggas to jump on your case. You watch how they playing. And none of the money don't come out the safe. On my dog, I can chunk out your face. I be so high, I can jump out the space. What the fuck can I say? I be so fly, I just don't shit my K when they bought me a safe and it came with a race. Got some new money when bought me a cake. You see how the VV to jump out the face. Put that dope in the trap and cook up me a cake. We fly to Cuba to fuck some moolah. Pour some pour, my dude, we rollin'. Y'all pull up and Bentley's was bullin'. I'm taking from you cause she was yours. I keep them shooters on deck, I smooth. Give me a truck or them things I move. VVS cuts on my wrist, suicidal. I still lit up with that.
And welcome everybody as we get you ready for the District 10 AAA semifinal between the Meadville Bulldogs and the Ramblers of Cathedral Prep. Alongside Mike Fiorillo, I'm Reisdorph on Armstrong Cable. Mike, big moment for both of these teams. You have Meadville, the #1 seed, coming into this tournament. Cathedral Prep with their win over General McLean. Meadville surviving against Sharon in overtime. An opportunity for Meadville to do something that they haven't done in quite some time, and that's advance to a district championship game. No doubt about that, Ray. And one thing about the Meadville team, as I've been talking about all year, Meadville has been quite an interesting team with a 20-3 record, getting their 20th win against Sharon, beating Sharon for the third time, which is hard to do. But this Meadville team could beat anybody or lose to anybody this year. They're like 5 iron men, and a couple players come off the bench for a couple minutes, but that's about it. Coach McElhaney in the second year has done a great job again with this Meadville program, winning the Section 5 for the second year in a row. But you're right, playing Cathedral Prep, and maybe you can enlighten the fans about Prep because I know you've seen them this year. Well, okay, Cathedral Prep, obviously they played a very tough schedule throughout the season. I saw them twice against McDowell. They blew McDowell out at the new Prep Villa Event Center, and then McDowell beat them at home the final week of the regular season. They're a team that they rely a lot on deep perimeter shooting. They've got some big guys in the middle, but they're also very deep, and that's, I think, the thing that should be most concerning for the Bulldogs tonight is how they're going to be able to handle the depth. But when McDowell beat them at home, McDowell had a lot of success at the bottom of their 2-3 zone of the guards on the outsides getting out and harassing the Prep shooters, and they forced Prep to miss a lot of three-pointers in the game. Granted, Prep missed some of them that were open, but McDowell did a good job with the 2-3 zone when they played the second time around, so that could be something that we would potentially see from Meadville tonight. You've got to keep the Prep three-point shooters away from having wide open looks throughout the game. Injury Prep suffered in their win over General McLean. Supposedly their best defensive player. I saw it today in the paper that the head coach for the Prep Ramblers said he was going to be the man assigned to Amani Foster, and now he doesn't have him. The impact of that. Yeah, there's no doubt that the injury to Dejan Heidelberg is crucial, and you know, you feel bad for a kid that will more than likely be playing football at the next level, as he ended up even being taken to a local hospital here afterwards, after the injury. But you know, if you're Meadville, obviously that's something you might be able to take advantage of. And Armani Foster, you know, I've been back in Pennsylvania now over 10 years covering high school basketball. He's one of the best point guards I've ever seen, and this is an opportunity, I think, for him to shine, and we shall see. You got two communities coming in. It's no secret these two communities don't like each other. Not at all. The atmosphere in here is going to be electric. It should be a lot of fun, and we'll see what the Bulldogs can do tonight. All right, let's go down on the court and find out. And we are now on Armstrong Cable. We welcome all the Armstrong Cable viewers to the broadcast. This is the District 10 AAA second semifinal between the Bulldogs and the Cathedral Prep Ramblers. The winner gets Strong Vincent, who knocked off Gerard in overtime, 50-45. And let's give you the starting lineups on the television side for the Ramblers, who are coached by Mark Majeski, his 8th year at the helm. They will go with 6-foot junior guard Jaron Simpson, 6'1" senior guard Carter Cross, 5'11" junior guard Mark Majeski, 6' sophomore guard Tommy Russo, who replaces Dejan Heidelberg in the lineup, and 6'4" senior forward JT Bowen. For Mark McElhaney in his third year at the helm with the Bulldogs, they will go with Anthony Boitnott, a 5'10" senior, LaShawn Lindsay, a 6'6" freshman forward, a 6'1" junior guard Armani Foster, 6'4" senior guard Jason Clune, and 6'1" senior guard Roman Piro. Back to what we were talking about, Mike, on the radio side before. I have a feeling, and we'll keep track of that, if Northwestern were to come back and win that game and it was Northwestern Fairview for the AA title, General McLean's right down the road, they have hosted games. I think they would get the AAA third place game when that happens. But we'll see. Greenville is still leading that game, last check. And we are about ready to go from Edinburgh.
Great student body turnout by the Meadville Bulldog student body.
The student body was starting to fill up during the second half of the Vincent Girard game. I think they had more students than Vincent did while the Vincent game was going on. Yeah,
there's a lot of red, and they're wearing red tonight. Meadville Bulldogs in their home white uniforms with black Meadville across their chest and the numbers in red with a black border. And getting ready for this game. I know I'm really interested to see how the Dogs come out. I tell you what, Ray, almost all year they've come out slow, and they can't afford to do that tonight. I heard your call of the game. You said McDowell came out slow a lot this year, and Meadville did the same thing this year. And they, as I said, against a prep team, you can't come out slow. You got to be ready from the opening tip.
And it will be Lindsay and Cross at the center circle, which is mostly covered up by the giant E logo here at Edinburgh. And we are about ready to go. The ball is in the air, and the District 10 AAA second semifinal is underway as Armani Foster controls it off the Lindsay win.
One of the few times Meadville got the tip.
Foster pulls up for three for the left wing, no good, and the rebound was grabbed underneath by Majeski.
Had a good look, just couldn't pull it down.
Couple of good point guards going at it tonight with Simpson and Foster. Left elbow bounce pass left to the key jumper, no good. Majeski gets his own rebound, follow up, no, and grabbing the rebound is Boitnott, and a loose ball foul coming up on Tommy Russo of prep.
That's what Boitnott's done all year long, Ray. Plays great defense and does a lot of the little things well for Meadville.
First foul of the game on either team. As we're now 27 seconds into this one, just underway in the first quarter. Foster over the timeline, bounce pass to Piro on the near side. Piro to Lindsay near the right elbow, right of the key. Finds Clune, foul line jumper, too strong off the iron, long rebound out to Bowen.
Both shooters from Meadville, Clune and Foster, both missed their opening shots.
Two pretty good looks too as well.
Yep.
Simpson in the right forecourt, now works in front of center circle. Between the circles, going around a screen. And a good job by Foster fighting through it to guard him. Now Cross drives left to the key, fouled, block on Boitnott on the left side.
That's right. He got picked a little bit and he was late coming across. And Meadville, one thing they can't afford to do is get in foul trouble.
And that will send Carter Cross to the free throw line for Cathedral Prep. Cross on the season from the line, 76%. And we got our first point of the game as it's 1-0 Prep as Cross hits from the line. Line to the left, second free throw on its way. Good.
7 minutes left in this first quarter.
Foster, crossover dribble. Bounce pass left side. Piro, 15-footer, no good off the iron. And a rebound by Bowen.
Look, Meadville one and done on the offensive end. Not really moving the ball around too much. 3 quick shots from Meadville. Something that they didn't want to do tonight, and they've done.
Jeffries missed a 17-footer inside the top of the arc. And the ball went out of bounds off Prep, so the Bulldogs will go the full length of the floor, 84 feet left to right.
You're going to have Clune bringing up this time. Usually that means they're trying to get Foster loose on the corner.
Clune, backdoor pass for Lindsay, too far under the basket, tried to save it inbounds and threw it right to Carter Cross.
Meadville not looking good early on at all.
Couple of quick passes. Bowen has it right of the lane, drives into the mid lane, pivots, goes with the left hand off the high glass. No, Clune with the rebound.
Yeah, Clune gets a lot of rebounds inside.
Clune through a little bit of traffic, fakes like he's going to pull up for three, goes back to Foster at the right point. Foster back to the basket, trying to beat his defender. That's Russo off the dribble. Now he'll backpedal a little bit. 6:04 remaining in the first quarter, 2-0 Cathedral Prep. Foster to Boitnott to Clune, deep three, left wing, airballed. I think getting a piece of that one was Cross.
And Meadville's real cold right now.
Simpson, crossover move, kicks it to Bowen in the corner, finds Cross, 17-foot fadeaway, no good. Lindsay with the rebound.
Both teams having trouble putting the ball in the hoop right now, Ray.
Foster pulls up from 18 and hits one straight away.
The big bucket from Monty Foster puts the Dogs on the scoreboard.
Kind of like I was talking about David Morris in our pregame. Foster's the same way. You can't give him room because he can elevate and create.
That's exactly right.
Majeski, left-handed bounce pass to Simpson. And Jaron Simpson with a long 2 from the left corner.
Nice shot because Boitnott was all over him.
Boitnott kicks it to the right corner. Pirro for 3. Off the front rim, no good. Rebound, Bowen. Outlets and cross into the front court. And Meadville's had good looks. They just haven't hit so far.
That's right.
5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. 4-2 Cathedral Prep. They'll take the air out of the ball a little bit here, and Simpson now works on Clune at the top of the key.
And that's what I saw Prep say, and today the coach in the paper said he wants to run some offense.
Cross wide open through a double screen for a top of the key 3. Missed it. Boitnott in transition. 2 on 4 for Meadville. Boitnott's going to take it himself, and he was too far into the basket. Missed a wild shot to hit the bottom of the backboard.
Drove well, but he was too far under. You're right.
Probably should have peeled off and reset the offense. Majeski 3, right corner, good.
Yep. Meadville needs to settle down a little bit and work the offense.
That's exactly what Mark McElhaney talked about in his scouting report. Got to play under control. Boitnott to Lindsay in the mid-post. Lindsay, left-handed turnaround, good.
Yep, I tell you, for a freshman, he can play well inside. He can shoot left or right-handed. He will be well to get that ball inside tonight.
Simpson in the right forecourt, 3:57 and running left first quarter. Prep 7, Meadville 4. Ramblers right to left, Meadville left to right in this first half. Cross in the right corner. His pass to Bowen went through his fingertips. Lindsay couldn't get a hand on it. Cross picks it up through the scrum and hits a foul line jumper.
Yeah, loose ball. The Prep beat Meadville too.
9-4 Ramblers, 5-point lead, 3:32 and running left in the first quarter. Foster down the lane. Simpson came over from the help side to block, but he's going to be called for a foul.
Yeah, Foster will shoot too, and a couple of Prep Ramblers students almost fell down on that call. Monty Foster is so tough to defend, Ray. He can shoot outside, inside. He has a quick first step, and I've seen that all year long, but he gets by almost anybody.
They actually called a foul on Tommy Russo, his second. So he's got both Prep team fouls as Foster calmly nails the foul shot. He's got 3 points.
Russo, the young sophomore, is going to be sitting on the bench here for a while.
Adam Upperman, a 5'11 sophomore guard, averaging 4.5 points off the bench, is into the ball game, wearing number 40 for the Ramblers. Foster nails the second free throw. And Meadville down 1 possession, down 3, 9-6 at 3:24 and running in the first quarter. Upperman has it. Got the McDonald's logo on the near side in the forecourt. Now Bowen, center point, looking for somebody to pass it to, and he finally fires to Upperman on the far side. Pass the right wing, cross now between the circles, Boitnott out to guard him. Simpson on the near wing. Foster guarding him, left-handed pass to Majeski, fires it quickly to Bowen. 18-footer no from the left corner, rebound Clune.
Good box out by Clune.
Outlets to Armani Foster. Foster is going to spot a 3, won't go. Pirro pulls down the high rebound, but he's stripped by Cross.
Yes, he was. He couldn't get his balance.
He also needed somebody to pass to, and there was nobody near him as Upperman missed a bank shot inside the right block, but is fouled in the process and will go to the line. Even
we're making their first substitution. That'll be Manning coming off the bench. That's the first team foul. Usually Manning goes in for Lindsay. Let's see if that's the case here or if he goes in for Pirro.
Foul is on Lindsay, his first, team second. Upperman to the line, a 70% free throw shooter. Line to the left, nails the first one. Adam Upperman gives Prep a 4-point lead.
Manning's in for Lindsay.
And as Mike just mentioned, the 5'11 sophomore Isaiah Manning, averaging 3.4 off the bench for Mark McElhaney, replaces LaShawn Lindsay. Second foul shot by Upperman is off the front rim, no good, rebound Clune.
Got to get Clune on track offensively here, Ray. He's been off the board so far.
Foster down the lane, what a move, a ball fake, and he penetrated right down Broadway for 2.
That's why Vic and I say we think he's the best point guard in the region, in the district.
I won't argue with that.
Plus we're a little biased.
I said early in our Armstrong Cable pregame that it's one of the best I've seen in this area. Simpson with it in the right forecourt. Dogs down 2 with 2:07 remaining in the first quarter. Upperman will come out and set a high screen at the top of the key. Simpson drives, left-hander off the window, hits the front rim and drops.
And I think Manning should have slid over, and he stood there.
Around a high screen, Simpson goes down the lane to give the Ramblers a 4-point lead. Pirro head fakes an open 3. It was just a slight head fake. Foster's going to take it from the right wing. It's short off the front rim. Simpson comes up the rebound.
Not a good shot.
Simpson's long outlet pass was deflected. Majeski picks it up, hits a turnaround down low, and is fouled in the process.
Bounced off Clune and Pirro right to Majeski, and then he made the shot and got fouled and won. And Prep right now on a little run here, 14-8 with a foul shot coming.
And Armani Foster's forced a couple of three-pointers with a defender in his face, and again, we see what happens. It turns into transition points as the foul was on Pirro.
Pirro will go out. Lindsay and Manning should switch positions here. I don't know why they're not.
That is the third Meadville team foul. 1:39 remaining first quarter. Ramblers 14, Bulldogs 8. And the free throw by Majeski is good. Majeski has 6 to lead the Ramblers. We have a 30-second timeout for Meadville. First timeout called in this game. Foster has 6 to lead the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it's a good timeout by Coach McElhaney, being down 15-8 right here. Ray, Meadville has not really got their offense in gear. I think they have 5 points from Foster or maybe more, but right now, Clune is not held off the board. They got to get Clune going, and Meadville needs to get that ball inside to Lindsay, and I think Lindsay can have a big night, but he can't get the ball if we're shooting from outside all night. A couple times this year, Meadville's done that, and Coach McElhaney went into the locker room and sternly told his players, get the ball inside, and they did, and they actually came back in a few games this year. He might have told them that right now, Ray. I want the ball inside. Foster has 6, Lindsay 2 for Meadville. Simpson and Cross with 4 for the Ramblers. Majeski with 6, Upperman with 1. 15-8, Cathedral Prep, 1:27 remaining in the opening stanza. Clune inside the right wing, back to the basket. Tried to get the defender Jeffries up in the air, throws a skip pass to the far side to Boitnott. Boitnott to Foster, head fakes, drives. Foster to the rim, off the glass and in. Foster right now is doing everything he can to keep Meadville in this game. 8 of the 10 points for Armani Foster. Mentioned Peter Jeffries is into the ball game along with Jose Casiano for Cathedral Prep. Here's Cross, long 2 inside the left wing, no good. Rebound, Manning. Nice job by Manning that time. He's physical, Manning. Good football player. Casiano, a 6'4 senior. Jeffries, a 5'11 senior. Around a Boitnott screen. Here's Foster, left elbow jumper. He got hit on the arm. And he stole the ball. He stole the ball away from Simpson, who tried to outlet. Foster hangs one up, hits it, fouled in the lane as he hit a 5-foot right-handed runner. He'll go to the line. What a great play by Foster. Not only on that three-point play, but the steal was awesome. After he was telling the referee, I got hit in the arm, he happened to be in the right spot because he didn't go back on defense, and he was there. That was unbelievable how he was able to leap up and steal an outlet pass. Foster to make it a 2-point game from the line. He doesn't get the roll. Cross pulls down the rebound. Outlets to Jeffries, down to 35 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 15-12 Cathedral Prep. The only thing Foster didn't do well is shoot that foul shot, but he's kept Meadville in this game. Manning playing some extended time right now for Pirro. Upperman between the circles. Casiano on the far wing. 21 seconds left to go. And pass down to Upperman, and Upperman had it knocked away. They'll say last touch Foster. The Meadville crowd not happy. And the Meadville bench wasn't happy either, led by Coach McElhaney, but gotta believe the referee right there saw what happened. Right baseline, Upperman will lob it in, looking for Casiano. Lindsay intercepts it. Lindsay in transition for Meadville. Dribbles behind the back. His feet tangled with Casiano, and the ball goes out of bounds on the near side as he was being chased in transition. Like to have seen him stop and pass the ball. I was just going to say that to you, Mike. I think that's a situation where Lindsay's not a ball handler. You need to peel away. You got 12 seconds left, play for the final shot. Exactly, and that's that freshman mistake because he's played all year. He should be like a sophomore right now. Simpson down the lane with 3 seconds left in the quarter. Had his shot blocked. Lindsay trying to outlet, finds Upperman, and Upperman's
turnaround 15-footer at the buzzer is no good. And that ends a wild final minute of this first quarter. Through one for the Macomb Fieldhouse. The Ramblers 15, the Bulldogs 12 on the Allegheny News Sox Sports Network. From Edinburgh, the District 10 AAA semifinals. Winner gets Strong Vincent. Loser plays Girard to go to the PIAA round. Through one, Meadville trailing Cathedral Prep 15-12. Ray Reisdorph with Mike Fiorillo.
And those games will be Friday night. The location to be determined.
Well, Greenville did hang on and win against Northwestern, so it's Greenville-Fairview. So you think that game will probably end up at Meadville in the AA bracket. Well, we're back with you on the Allegheny News Talk Sports Network and Armstrong Cable as we start the second quarter. Meadville down 3. Upperman looking for a 17-foot jumper, and Lindsey blocked him and ripped the ball away and is fouled after he came down with the basketball by Upperman.
Lindsey's done some good things as a freshman. I know he had that turnover. He's played big so far. Third team foul for Prep. Meadville has 3 team fouls with 7:44 left in this first half, and that's Prep's 4th team fouls. They change it.
Upperman with his first. And he goes to the bench, and Majeski re-enters the ball game for Upperman, who goes to the bench with a foul and a point. Foster, who has 10 of Meadville's 12 points with the basketball. Foster looking for Clune. Clune has it near the left wing. Clune with a little stutter step shoulder fake, drives, missed it off the glass. Manning, rebound, put back off the window and in.
I'll tell you, Manning, a physical young man, and Boynton's getting a break right now. Coach McElhinney told me last night he was going to try to give everybody a little time on the bench to get their feet for the second half. Right now, Boynton's on the bench.
Simpson around a high screen. Then goes to Majeski. 3 right in the face of Clune from the right wing.
That's a backbreaker 3. Great defense by Clune. You can't do anything better than that.
Just going to say, Majeski was well guarded, but hit it right in his face. Prep up 4. Clune to Pirro. 7 minutes left to go in the first half. Foster spins to the basket off the window and in. Armani Foster taking this game over offensively.
He's putting on a show tonight, the young man, isn't he? That's why Vic and I call him Kyrie.
12 points for Armani Foster. Jeffries around Casiano again. This time Clune giving Majeski no space. Majeski trying to angle into the paint, kicks it out to Jeffries.
Good defense by Meadville right there.
Manning will guard Jeffries at the top of the key. We'll flip it now to Simpson. Simpson step back 3. No good. Rebound Clune.
And that's what Meadville wants him to do, is step back and take the 3, Ray.
18-16 Prep. Foster 3 from the right wing. Got it!
Yes, Kyrie hit the net, and the Meadville fans are excited. They take the lead for the first time since a 2-0 lead.
Might have even got slapped on the wrist a little bit and hit it right in the defender's face for Armani Foster. Here's a long 2, no good by Jeffries, trying to save it from going out of bounds with Simpson. And it's last touch Simpson ball to Meadville.
I'll tell you what, Pirro did a great job right there. They wanted to bounce it off Roman. Pirro and Roman kind of sidestepped the ball and went off the Prep player.
Meadville with their first lead of the night with that last Armani Foster 3-pointer. They lead 19-18, 5:55 left to go in the first half.
Foster's had a great first half.
Sure has. 15 points to lead all scores. Lindsey into the mid lane, turn around with the left hand, no good.
Foul.
With a foul.
And how about Lindsey inside putting that ball on the floor and working this way? Like I said, Ray, he can go either side, and nothing phases him as a freshman, which really surprises me. The atmosphere is not too big for him.
Sure. Casiano picks up the foul, 5th Prep team foul, his first personal. We're going to get substitutions. Looks like Boynton will come back in for Meadville as Lindsey heads to the line and knocks down the first free throw.
Lindsey, foul shooting this year going into 53% rate, but he's actually up there from 40% the last month of the season.
It is now at 55% on the season. And seeing him early in the year, much improved, Mike.
Vic was ready to teach him to shoot underhand.
As he hits them both. The southpaw line to the right. Meadville's lead is up to 3 as Prep now has Majeski, Franco Agnello into the game, a 5'10 junior, along with Jeffries, Cross, and Casiano. Meadville with Pirro, Boynton, Clune as a 3 is missed on the left side by Jeffries. Rebound Cross, saves it to Jeffries, and the ball kicks around to Casiano, and Casiano's pass finds Majeski, who has to save it from being an over and back, and taps it over to Agnello.
Meadville's got their starting 5 when Boynton went in there for Manning.
Pirro, Boynton, Foster, Lindsey, and Clune.
Coming up on 5 minutes left in his first half. Meadville up by 3.
What a first half it has been. Agnello with it. Agnello inside the right wing. looking to pivot. Foster with good defense. They force an entry feed into Casiano, and Meadville's going to get called for a foul.
Called a little nickel diamond there on Jason Clune. But you know what? Actually, the position that Prep had, that foul's not going to hurt them. I think that's Clune's first. That's Meadville's 4th team foul. Prep has 5.
Agnello on the right baseline, tosses it into Cross for a 3. No good. Casiano with the rebound, put back off the window and in.
Yeah, Lindsay that time didn't box his man out. He was caught off his right shoulder, and his man was on his inside shoulder.
And it's a 1-point Meadville lead, 21-20. It's 4:39 remaining in the second quarter. Casiano, another player from the football team that got a late start. Here's Foster, 3, left wing, nothing but net.
You better believe.
Foster's red hot.
And the coach of Jets going crazy over there. He can't believe Foster's hitting those shots, but he's hit them all year like that, and that's where that young man being hurt's got to hurt Prep. He's a great defender.
18 in the first half for Armani Foster, a 4-point Meadville lead. Jeffries with it. Casiano just past the free throw line and hits it off to Agnello from the left elbow to the right elbow for Casiano. Casiano turnaround over Lindsay, partially blocked, rebound Clune. Clune was falling away. Boitnott didn't see where he was, and he was able to finally come up with a loose ball. Oh, Pirro wanted to shoot that one as he got the pass. Gives it back to Boitnott. Boitnott down the lane, runner off the glass, no.
Boitnott's doing crazy things. He's crying about a foul, but in this game they're not giving it to him. He got to pass it back out. Another miss by Boitnott, 2 points for Prep.
Wow, what an athletic move there by Carter Cross. A little scoop shot up to the rim from the left side, and Mike, that's a great point. Boitnott that time. You just got to play a little bit smarter than that. 2-point game. Here's Foster down the lane.
Good.
Hangs it up. Shot is good, and a foul on a block down low.
And here comes Manning again. I got to believe he's going in for Clune, because Clune asked to come out for a minute. Here, Clune totally exhausted. Good move by Coach McElhaney. And I tell you, Manning has played big this year. He didn't play well Friday at all against Sharon. He was pulled right away, never saw the court again. Talked to him last night, and they said, was it too big for you? And he kind of gave me a dirty look, Ray, like, no, it wasn't. So I think he's ready to play tonight.
They have not put the foul on the board yet as Foster gets ready to head to the line. It will be the 6th Prep team foul. Foster for the 3-point play. Can't get it to go, and Cross gets the rebound. They never put the Meadville foul.
The Prep foul
on the
board. Should be 6 on Prep.
Excuse me, yeah.
Can leave him open.
Cross at the top of the key. Long jumper, no good. Rebound out to Lindsay. I was just checking.
Still not on there.
Tom Reisenweber's blog to see if he had who the foul was on. Again, they never put it on the scoreboard.
And that's not good. Hopefully somebody on the Meadville side will see that, because next foul will be shooting.
Foster has 20 in the game. We do know that. His pass intended for Manning on the baseline was deflected out of bounds.
And I don't think anybody notices that. And then we have a couple subs for the Ramblers coming in.
I'm sure they'll get it corrected when they look at the books down there, and it'll be corrected on the scoreboard. Quick inlet pass into Foster. Fake the 3 from the left wing. Now he'll take one from the deep wing. Can't get it to go. Manning trying to save it from going out of bounds and threw it off one of the banners.
I think Manning thought midway, now I really mean this, that if he threw it back too far, Prep might have a fast break, because they worked on that last night. Coach McElhaney, don't throw him way back when you're trying to save him last night.
Meadville up 4, 26-22, 2:55 left to go in the second quarter.
Clune's back in and Pirro's out.
Jaron Simpson back at the point at the timeline. Goes to Bruce Fagan, who's into the game for the first time. Fagan, a 6'8 senior center. Simpson, leaner left of the key. No good from 10 feet. We got a jump ball, and the arrow, if I can see it, the referee would get out of my way in favor of Meadville.
Manning again, Ray. Manning's played big since he's been in this game, and since Manning got substituted early on, the game kind of turned a little bit. Meadville was kind of hanging on, and Manning's provided some spark.
As much as they have fixed the lights here overhead at Edinboro, the lights for the possession on the scoreboard are a little weak, and I couldn't tell, so I'm looking down at the scorer's table.
I agree with you.
The lead official was in my line of sight. Lindsay right of the key, finds Clune. Clune down the lane to the rim, and he's called for the offensive foul.
Yep, he got charged, and he did, and that's something that Coach McElhaney warned his team about. Prep will sag off and pick up charges. Pirro ready to come back in for the Bulldogs.
Clune's second personal
and
foul.
He'll go to the bench the rest of the half. McElhaney not happy with that call, said, come on, it got there late, but the referee was right there.
And you wonder, even though it's not an official rule in high school, if the officials kind of use those restricted arcs as a guide, because the charge was taken right in that college restricted arc. you see the newer one, the 4-foot one, the old one's the 3-foot one, the 4-foot one is now the rule.
Is that the white one?
NCAA, yes.
There are all kind of lines in there. It's like a soccer field.
Far corner, it's Simpson. Bounce pass right baseline to Fagan. Fagan working on Lindsay, diagonal pass to Upperman. 1:53 left in the second quarter, 26-22 Meadville.
What's interesting about the score, I don't think Clune's got more than 2 points right now.
Here's a runner from 10 feet, good from the right side by Agnello for 2.
Agnello got loose. He shook loose Shapiro and hit that shot. Meadville up by 2 with 1:35 left in his first half. Meadville's got to be careful here with this time.
Mike Clune is scoreless in the contest.
That's
Piro
amazing.
From the left wing. 3-ball. Go! The candle, the Roman candle is lit.
That's what Vic says. I got to be there for him, right?
We hope Vic was able to figure out the internet and is listening in Florida, wherever he is in Florida.
That's a big 3. You know, Clune's on the bench. Piro's got to pick up his slack a little bit right now offensively.
29-24 with 1:09 left to go in the first half. Majeski 3 from the right wing, no good. Fagan trying to get the rebound. Ripped away from him by Lindsay, who then finds Foster. Foster through traffic.
Manning also knocked it back to Lindsay. Good hands by Manning.
Foster to Boitnott on the far wing. To Lindsay, right of the key. One-on-one against Fagan. Backing into the right block. We'll pass it out to Piro with 47 seconds left in the quarter. Piro back to Foster. Straight on 3. Off the iron, no good, but Lindsay pulls down the long rebound.
Lindsay got away with a little push-off right there.
Boitnott over to Armani Foster. Armani Foster is then fouled by Jaron Simpson.
And that should be 7th team foul. They never put that 6th one up. Unless there wasn't a foul.
Well, there had to be because Simpson picks up his second personal foul. There had to be because Foster went to the free throw line after he made that shot.
And they're still saying 6 down below. Wow. I guess not, Ray. You would have thought by now somebody would have changed it. Oh, here we go. Here we go. You're right, Ray. They finally realized it. It's 1-on-1. And you know, I don't blame
Bob Shreve down at the scorer's table.
I don't blame the head coach for being upset either, because why wasn't that corrected before?
Yeah, but you know, Bob Shreve says normally he's the SID here in Edinburgh. Caught that. I'm just curious of who it was on because they never put who it was on, so I haven't been able to keep it on my score sheet.
Foster's missed his last 2 foul shots. These are big foul shots here at the end of the first half. Let's see if Monty can make at least 1.
35.5 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Foster front end of a 1-and-1 is good. He's got 21 points.
So if he gets the next one, and you got to believe Majeski will be making some defensive adjustments at halftime to get Foster's game out. They might play a boxing 1 on him.
This one would put him up 7, and it's good. Meadville up 31-24. Foster with 22. You'd imagine that Prep would probably play for the last shot here with 31 seconds left in the half.
Unless they get a layup early.
They start to weave a little bit in the backcourt. Majeski using the left hand to call Agnello out to switch with him in the right forecourt. Right there to guard him is Foster, a couple feet in front of the timeline. Down to 15 seconds remaining in the half. Agnello on the left forecourt side now. Finds Fagan. Fagan in the mid-forecourt on the right side.
There it goes.
Looking for Agnello, stolen away by Foster. Foster is loose, and he finger rolls it in with 1 second left to go, and time will expire here in quarter number 2. And Armani Foster put on an absolute show in this first half. He leads all scorers with 24, and Meadville heads into the halftime locker room with a 9-point lead, 33-24.
And we'll be back with more halftime activities as you're listening to Bulldog Basketball on the Allegheny News Talk Sports Network and on the net at MyAntsNetwork.com.
We're back on Armstrong cable. Through 1 half of play, the Bulldogs up 33-24 as we get ready to start the third quarter. Prep with quarters of 15 and 9. Meadville with quarters of 12 and 21 in the first half. Meadville got 2 from Isaiah Manning, 4 from LaShawn Lindsay, 24 from Armani Foster in that first half. Prep with 4 from Jaron Simpson, 6 from Carter Cross, 2 from Franco Agnello, 9 from Mark Majeski, 1 from Adam Upperman, and 2 from Jose Casiano in that first half. And that's for our Armstrong viewers going up and down the scores. And we're ready to start the third quarter. Ramblers will start with the basketball and attack left to right, Meadville right to left in half number 2. And here we go.
And the winner gets Vincent Friday night.
16 minutes away from the District 10 AAA final for these two teams. Both teams with the starting 5s out on the floor. Majeski back to the basket. Russo pivoting at the far elbow. Will go left wing to Simpson. Simpson to Cross. Cross drives on Boynton, then a bounce pass into the paint, and Foster swats it away from Russo. Came over on the help side and knocked it near the exits to our right.
And just to give the referee an earful, he said Foster fouled him. No way he got all ball. One thing about Monty Foster, he's got a big reach, and there's a wide open play.
Oh, backdoor wide open off the inbounds pass, and it's JT Bowen for two.
Yeah, too easy. Lindsey was falling asleep on his man. Bowen's his man.
Foster to Boynton. Over to Lindsey, to Pirro. Near the Edinburgh lettering on the far side. And gives it up to the right wing to Boynton. Boynton hands it off to Clune. Clune had the ball stripped by Cross into the Meadville bench. Out of bounds, Meadville ball.
Looks like perhaps just staying at man-to-man that they started with, Ray.
Far side out. Clune will inbound it. Gets the return pass from Pirro. Clune trying to get involved offensively. Kicks it to Pirro from the right wing. Lindsey at the right elbow, back to the basket. Spins around, faces the basket. Now finds Clune. Lindsey's going to try to set Jason a screen. He's double teamed off the screen. Hands it off to Armani Foster. Foster working from the right wing. And now he's double teamed. Lost the basketball. Stolen away. Then he rips it back away from Russo. We'll have a jump ball.
And Meadville gets it.
Arrow to Meadville.
And McElhenney tried to call the timeout. It wasn't granted, and he's probably happy he wasn't, since Meadville had the possession. Meadville a little sloppy right here. You can see that time when Foster got the ball, two men came right at him, Ray, to prevent him from driving to the hoop.
Timeout situation, by the way, in that only one timeout taken in that first half. Meadville took a 30, so they have 133 fulls. Prep has all 5. Clune, step back, 15-footer, left of the key, no good but a foul.
No shoot, too. Clune got hit on the arm.
6:44 left to go in the third. Meadville up 33-26.
You know, Vic's told me all year, Ray, sometimes to break out of a scoring slump during the game is to get to the foul line and shoot a couple foul shots.
By the way, I appreciate the people on social media, on Twitter, that let me know about the stream being offline as well. We do appreciate the feedback, and thank Melissa Doty so much for getting us back on the internet stream as Jason Clune hits both free throws.
See if that gets him started now.
Meadville back up 9, 35-26, 6:38 remaining in the third quarter. Left to right comes Cathedral Prep. It's Jeffries, wide open three, top of the key. Can't get it to go, and the rebound got knocked into the arms of Pirro by Bowen.
Got to watch behind him.
And Pirro did have the ball poked away from behind. Luckily, he got it right back. Lindsey finds Clune between the circles. Clune one-on-one against Cross. Looking to drive, he'll give it up to Boynton. Good move by Clune.
Very good move.
No, he wants to get going offensively, but not forcing anything.
Meadville right now should look for a good shot. They have the lead. Let the clock run a little.
Step back 18-footer by Clune. Probably not the shot. He was wide open, but fading away from the basket. Outlet pass to Cross. Cross one-on-one with Clune. To the rim, off the glass, no. Rebound, Boynton.
Now it's Lindsey with the rebound, excuse me.
And a great pass, Foster to Clune. Bounce pass and transition, layup Clune.
And that's the way they want to play, Ray. 11-point lead for the Dogs, 5:45 left in this third.
And I knew it was Lindsey. I don't know why Boynton came out of my mouth, but anyway.
That happens.
Backdoor lob, and making the catch was Simpson. Couldn't get it to go, but the putback is good.
Yeah, that time Clune got caught sleeping.
Carter Cross with the putback for Cathedral Prep. 37-28 Meadville at 5:26 remaining in the third. Boynton. Just the hairstyles between Boynton and Lindsey are a little bit different. Pirro, Boynton near wing. And Boynton driving inside the wing, kicks it to Lindsey, who hands it off to Foster, near wing. It takes a 17-footer inside the left wing, no good. One-handed rebound on the right side. Now a long outlet beats, pass ahead to Majeski.
It's a good box out by Cross that time.
Bowen with a wraparound pass to the corner. And now Cross will go down the lane and lay it in.
That was poor defense by Meadville that time. Lindsey never slid over there to stop the penetration.
All started with a hook pass to Russo in the right corner, and then he found Cross, who was isolated at the top of the key.
Meadville needs a bucket as the lead's gone down to 7 points here. 4:35 left in this third. Plenty of time left in this game. Meadville needs a bucket.
Clune on the right wing, guarded by Cross to Lindsey. Lindsey one-on-one against Bowen. Backs into the right block. And now we'll put the hook shot over Bowen and hit with the left hand.
I'll tell you what, Lindsey can do that all night long if they'll put him inside like that. It's a big 2 points by the young freshman.
6 points for Lindsey in the ball game. 39-30. Bulldogs leading the Ramblers with 4:07 running left in the third. Simpson, backdoor lobbed across, catches, but missed it, and the ball got knocked out of bounds, but it'll say last touch prep. They'll say Lindsay was already out of bounds when he made contact.
Prep's made an adjustment, Ray. Since Meadville's taking the 3-point away, they're trying to run a lot of backdoor and get the easy layup. That was a tough pass right there to handle on that shot, and that was a great play there by Lindsay to force that over the back knockdown.
Yeah, the 6'1" cross really had to go high up to get it. He tried to catch and just kind of tuck it into the basket all in one motion, and then Meadville looking backdoor, but the pass way too far for Lindsay. Out of bounds, turnover to Prep from Clune.
And why? You know, you're up by 9. Why? Just relax and run the clock a little. But hey, if it works, it works.
3:47 left to go in the third quarter. It's a 9-point Meadville lead. Jeffries to Majeski. Majeski and finds Bowen backing his way into the post and hits a tough bank shot with Lindsay draped all over him.
He got position inside on Lindsay. Nice job. Meadville again needs a bucket here. It's down to 7 again. They should go inside to Lindsay. Lindsay's had his way all night on Bowen.
Boitnott to Foster. Top of the arc. Around a Boitnott screen. Foster one-on-one. Fade away. Can't get it to go from 17 feet with Simpson guarding him. Cross one-handed the rebound. Now is in transition. Cross. Tries to drive baseline. Boitnott will get called for the foul on the right baseline.
They said it was with his body. I thought it was good defense, but referee's right there. That'll be the first team foul on Meadville. Prep has 1 foul. 3:08 left in this third. 39-32 Bulldogs. You just feel like, though, Meadville needs a bucket here soon. Prep is coming back on him.
To stem the tide a little bit. Boitnott with his second personal foul.
They're going to call the hold inside. I think they might have got Clune. They got Pirro that time.
Looks like it's going to be Roman Pirro. That's his second.
Yep.
So, not panic time yet, but you got Boitnott, Clune, and Pirro each with 2 personal fouls in your starting 5 right now. 2 team fouls for Meadville. 3:05 left to go in the third.
Meadville's only got,
Russo. Far side to Cross. Cross at the wing will give it up left point Bowen. Bowen with a bounce pass to Majeski. Turnaround over Pirro. Can't get it to go from the left block, but a foul coming up. And now Pirro has 3.
Yeah, Pirro was too slow getting there. He's got to get there quicker than that. Step slow. What if Miller's going to come in for him? Miller can play defense.
I was just going to say it's decision time for Mark McElhaney, but he has not looked down the bench right now. So Pirro's going to stay in, at least at this moment, with the 3 fouls and 2:54 left in the third. Majeski to the line, nails the first foul shot. Majeski has 10 in the game.
Prep is inching their way back.
Sure are.
We have a timeout, Meadville.
Meadville's going to take a full timeout.
So we'll take a timeout. Meadville basketball on the Allegheny News Talk Sports Network and on the net at MyAntsNetwork.com.
Back at the Macomb Fieldhouse at Edinboro University. 2 minutes, 54 seconds remaining in the third. And Meadville's lead has been cut to 6, 39-33. With Mark Majeski going back to the free throw line to shoot a second foul shot. Ray Reisdorph, Mike Fiorillo, along with Jeff Corey from Armstrong Cable.
Meadville's been outscored 15-8 so far in this quarter, Ray. And Meadville's missed some shots, and when they got the ball inside to Lindsay, they were able to get him. Pirro's out of the game. He thought he was in and had to throw him back out. Manning's in for him.
It was a full timeout used by Mark McElhaney, so he's down to 2 fulls and a 30 remaining. The Ramblers have all 5 of their timeouts left. Majeski, who along with Carter Cross, each have 10 to lead the Ramblers. Majeski changes that. He's got 11 in the game, and it's a 39-34 game.
So again, Meadville needs a bucket. Let's see if they're working inside to Lindsay as they took that timeout. A lot of times when they do, they try to get it inside of the big man.
Clune right to the basket. A left-handed layup from the right side off the window and in.
Boy, I like to see that. Clune took his man, went right by him. Nice job by Clune.
Beating his man to the rim. And it's a 41-34 Meadville lead at 2:30 left to go in the third. A weave in the backcourt with Cross. Crossed out the top of the key, fires into the right corner. Simpson wide open 3, step back, and he nails it.
Yes, he did. He lost Foster on that. Lindsay went out to get him, but he just put it right down the net.
Simpson has 7 for the Ramblers. It's a 4-point Meadville lead. I think we expected this for the Ramblers not to go out quietly. You knew
Foster's been quiet this half. And they pick this
They get a steal.
Yep.
Russo outlets to Cross. Cross will lay it in. A reverse layup for Carter Cross, who's got 12.
They've done a good job on Foster this half, Ray.
Every time he's touched the ball, he's had 2 black and orange uniforms all over him.
Taking him right out of the game. He's got to look to drive and dish.
Boyd not to Foster at the right point. Lindsay will set a screen.
There it is again.
Foster double team. And he throws it to Cross. Cross outlets to the far side to Simpson. Simpson bumps into Boynton. Will reset the offense.
Yeah, I thought that looks short.
Majeski with a three-pointer that is short. And picking up the rebound is Bowen. And the shot is waved off on a turnaround. Timeout Ramblers before the shot. They'll use a full timeout with 1:31 remaining in the third.
Yeah, and we're going to keep it here, Ray, as Prep has owned this quarter. And the reason why is they've taken Foster completely out of the game. I don't think he has a point, does he? This quarter?
No, not in this quarter.
No.
And when he's getting trapped with the basketball, the Meadville players have drifted too far away from where Foster is, and that caused that particular turnover because you're trying to spin away from a double team and you're not able to put enough oomph into a diagonal pass, and that allowed Cross to kind of, football term, jump the route and intercept that pass.
What Meadville needs to do now, since they know what Prep's going to do to Foster, give Foster the ball as soon as they double team him. Have the man come up and get it, and Foster can just pivot off that double team and get it right back to him, because they're just stopping their feet on defense when they double team him. And you can just roll a pick right off that double team. So they need to use him, let him pass maybe to Lindsay on a high post, and then go off that double team. But the defense, and we thought that Majestic would do something in the second if he had to. And his team is knocking on the door. 1:31 left. Prep's only down by 2. So this game, as we thought, would go to the fourth quarter. But Prep's played a great third quarter, Ray. They've only given
15-8. They've outscored Meadville in this quarter.
And whether Prep gets a bucket or not, Meadville desperately is going to need a bucket.
Russo on the left baseline will inbound.
Last time they ran a great inbound play.
Into Cross. Cross on Boynton. Hook pass into the right corner for Simpson. Ball movement to the far side, and Russo holds it on the wing, goes right point to Bowen, back to Simpson. Backs up in front of the Edinburgh logo and will work one-on-one against Armani Foster. Foster now guarding Simpson on the far wing. Finds Cross. Straight on 3. Ramblers lead by 1.
Yeah, Boyd not lost his man. He was looking behind him when he got picked.
Armani Foster in transition for Meadville. Looking to pass it off to Manning and was fouled before he got rid of the pass. That foul actually might have bailed him out of committing a player control foul.
Yep, exactly. So that's Prep's second foul. Meadville has 3. 1:01 left. Meadville down by 1 now.
And that foul's on Mark Majeski, his first. Team's second, as Mike mentioned. They throw it away. They're looking for Manning.
Turnover. Yeah.
Stolen away. And just past the foul line, Simpson nails a jumper. He's got 9.
Yeah. Want to give it to Manning. Boyd not did, but you got to know your players there at that situation.
Meadville trails by 3. 45 seconds left to go in the third. Again, Foster trapped, but he's able to dribble his way out of it this time. Runner in the lane called for the offensive foul.
He's trying to do too much, and they got to get Pirro back in the game, because if Foster gets trapped, you need an outside shooter there. And Prep's going to hold for 1 here, and they're up by 3. Complete turnaround in this quarter.
You expect
Meadville's got to find an answer to that defense.
It's kind of your typical high school district playoff game. You've got the runs, you've got the waves of momentum.
I think the difference, though, is, Ray, is they've taken Foster completely out of the offense, and Meadville's got to come up with something to do that, and Pirro needs to be on the court to hit those threes.
Maybe take the ball out of his hands, have him moving without the ball, and try to free him up that way.
Yeah, maybe don't have him bring the ball up. That's a good point. Prep's going to go for 1 there. They're up 3 with 20 seconds left in this third quarter.
Simpson with it between the circles. Foster comes out to guard him. Casiano's trying to pick Foster, and then the ball ends up getting knocked away. Boynton comes up with a loose ball. Boynton needs help, finds Clune on the near side.
At 10 seconds, he's got to hurry. Clune.
Over the timeline is Clune, angling to the right.
Set himself. He's got to get
7, 6, and Foster picks it up in the left wing. Deep 3, rattles out. Manning with a putback off the glass and off the front rim. No, as time expires. And through 3 quarters of play at the Macomb Fieldhouse, it's Cathedral Prep 44, Meadville 41. Don't go anywhere, folks. The fourth quarter coming up after this timeout on the Allegheny News, Talk Sports Network, and on the net at myants.com. And in for the Professor Vic Press tonight, I'm Ray Reisdorph with Mike Fiorillo back at the Macomb Fieldhouse at Edinburgh University. We start the fourth quarter with the Ramblers leading the Bulldogs 44-41. What I meant to say at the end of the third quarter is myantsnetwork.com. Got to throw the .com in there as well.
Okay, Prep gets the ball. They're up by 3, 8 minutes to go. And Meadville's got to find a way to score some points in this quarter.
Outscored Meadville 20-8 in that third quarter, and they lead by 3.
Forster, I don't think got any, right?
Did not. No, Clune had 6 and Lindsay had 2. That was all the scoring in that third quarter for the Bulldogs.
And I did too, so Clune bring it up and pound it inside the Lindsay and have Foster run off him.
Great adjustment made by the Prep coaching staff at the half. Cassiano, left elbow. Now was faking a jumper at the free throw line. They'll give it to Cross. Runner on the right baseline, no good. Rebound tapped out. Good work by Clune to get it to Lindsay.
No doubt about that.
Jason Clune on the near wing.
Got to pass the ball here.
Crosses over on Cross and will dump it off to Pirro, who's wide open for a layup.
Boy, Clune did that all on his own. Good pass to Pirro.
1-point game. Simpson greeted the timeline by Foster. He's picked by Cassiano. Simpson drives, hangs one up off the glass with the left hand, no good. Here is Foster in transition. Foster will take it to the basket. Blocking foul, shot counted off the glass and one.
Yeah, Lonnie Foster said, I need to get back on the scoring end here. He saw that break, he took it right to the Prep player. The Prep player, Ray, kept backing up. He didn't get position, and that's why it's his foul.
And it all started with Anthony Boitnott knocking a rebound out to Foster to get transition started, as that is the third foul on Mark Majeski.
13th foul for Prep this half. Meadville has 4.
Foster to the line, knocks down the free throw. 3-point play gives him 27, his first points of the second half. Meadville up 2.
Just a good high school game here.
Absolutely. This is what playoff high school basketball is all about right here. Cross flashing down the lane, hangs one off the glass and in, count it, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Again, Boitnott got beat off the switch. Boitnott's got to get across there quicker. He's having problems, and he's leaving some of his teammates out to dry on that. Lindsay's called for the foul. That's his second.
His second, fifth Meadville team foul, but Cross just angled his way down the paint, and the bounce pass found him in stride on the right side of the key, and he was able to bank it off the window and in. Carter Cross's free throw is up and good. Cross has 18 now for the Ramblers. 47-46, Prep leads. Back and forth we go.
Yeah, and Foster's still bringing the ball up, so that's a pick by Clune. Foster's going to get through it. Yeah, throws it up and he gets fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot. No, they called it on the floor. That's Prep's 4th team foul.
He was able to cross over his way through the defense and drive. The foul is on JT Bowen, his first. 6:36 remaining in the fourth quarter. Here's Foster with it. Dribbles behind the back. Foster stops, finds Clune with a bounce pass. Clune at the top of the left wing. Finds Lindsay in the high post. Lindsay puts it on the floor. Left elbow, fires it to Clune. 3 for the left wing, no good. Long rebound out to Jaron Simpson, who grabbed it with the left hand. Simpson's then passed. Wow. It hit Lindsay, knocked it off the backboard, somehow finds Cross, misses a 3 from the right wing, and Bowen grabs the rebound.
I'll tell you what, Meadville was fortunate on that.
Well, the ball took a bad bounce, and it ended up finding Carter Cross. I think it was Majeski. The ball hit the backboard, came right to Majeski, who fired it to Cross wide open. Prep up 1 with the basketball. 5:53 left to go in the game. They dump it down low. Missing it off the glass is Russo. It's loose on the floor. We're going to get a tie-up on the floor, and the arrow is in favor of Meadville.
I'll tell you what, this is where Coach McElhaney wanted the game. If you listen to the pregame interview, he said if it's close going into the fourth quarter, he liked his chances with his starting 5. We're going to see if that pans out, Ray, because with 5:48 left, Prep leads 47-46.
2 players in foul trouble so far. Majeski with 3 for the Ramblers. Pirro with 3 for the Bulldogs, who trail by 1 over the timeline.
Clune bringing it up this time.
Clune into the left forecourt. Hands it off to Armani Foster. Foster over to the right wing. Finds Pirro. Top of the key. Pirro near side to Clune. Boitnott trying to post up on the left side of the key. He'll hand it off to Foster at the left point. Foster drives. Foster right elbow. Back pass to Boitnott over to Clune. Straight on 3. Short off the front rim and an easy rebound for Simpson.
Clune has been off all night tonight on those shots. Wow. He's had good looks. He just can't put it in.
Jaron Simpson with 9 points for the Ramblers at the point. Goes left on Foster at the left elbow. Here's Bowen. Now he takes a jumper from the right elbow. It rattles out. Loose ball under the basket. Cross gets it. Reverse layup. No. Ball bats around. Foster got it. Got hit in the face. He'll start transition. A 3-on-2 for Meadville. Outlets to Clune. Clune posting up. Clune is going to be called for the walk.
He did. He took the extra step. Clune's having problems tonight. 4:43 left. Meadville down by 1. Lindsay was helping Boitnott up instead of getting down court to help his teammates with the ball.
And Bowen inbounds it to Jaron Simpson. Simpson, Bowen, Russo, Majeski, and Cross on the floor for the Ramblers. On this offensive possession.
Good steal by
Clune as he cut right in front of Cross. Now you have Boitnott who hands it off to Foster in the backcourt.
I'll tell you what, Clune has made some, hadn't been able to hit, but he's done some other things he's done well, and that was a big steal.
Foster, Pirro, Boitnott, Lindsay, and Clune on the floor. In the lane, fadeaway, Foster hits after a jump stop. 48-47 Meadville.
4 minutes of great ball coming up here, Ray.
A 12-footer there for Foster just in front of the free throw line. Here's Cross with it. Cross top of the key. Goes around a screen. Clune comes over to guard him. Tried to dribble behind his back. Lost the ball. Pirro outlets to Clune. Clune with Majeski back guarding him one-on-one. Clune to the basket. Off the glass.
Oh, yeah. Clune said, I show you the ball and put it in the net. Big bucket by Clune, who's been invincible offensively most of the night, Ray.
50-47 Meadville leads, and Jason Clune heads to the free throw line. Timeout, Cathedral prep as they use their second full timeout of the game.
We're going to keep it here, Ray, and something that Professor said all year, he calls Jason the glue. He said he's the glue to this team because no matter what goes on during the course of the game, he keeps the team together. Now, he's been frustrated. He's not hitting a shot from outside, but he's still playing hard. He came up with that big steal. Nice pass from Pirro to Clune right there. He made a real tough shot, and now he's going to the line to shoot one. Meadville's up by 3. He can make it a 2-possession game, but if he hits the foul shot, 3:48 left, Ray. This game's going down at a wire. What a ball game.
This is the time of the game where valuing each possession for both teams becomes so critical. And you have a tendency sometimes to see these kids in these pressure situations overthink things. You got to keep it simple. Again, shot selection, making sure you're helping your teammates, especially. This is the point of the game where we could see some full court pressing. We could see a lot more traps, especially in the forecourt. You just got to play smart.
Well, you know, a lot of teams have tried to trap Meadville this year, and Meadville does very well with the trap because of Foster and Clune. They both, and Boitnott. Boitnott's another one that can handle the ball very well. And what they do a lot of times, if you try to trap him, McElhaney, he'll bring Lindsay up here, and they'll throw it to him, and people will cut off Lindsay. So let's see what happens here. A big foul shot coming up for Clune. How many points now?
Clune is up to 8.
And that's all this half.
68% from the free throw line. Prep with 5 team fouls. They have not flashed who picked up the foul.
Oh, good by Clune again.
It was Majeski, I believe. Yeah, because Majeski was guarding him. Clune misses the foul shot, so I'm going to put on my sheet that Majeski has the 4.
3:40 left. Meadville up by 3.
So still a one-possession basketball game at 3:35 remaining in the fourth quarter. Bowen sets a screen for Majeski. Simpson, guarded by Armani Foster, will back up again near the Edinburgh logo. Now works his way over to the left forecourt. Finds Majeski, who angled his way to the right wing. Hands it off to Cross.
Pirro's got to find Majeski. He's wide open again.
He's wide open. A left wing catches, fires a 3, airballed it, and the ball ricocheted out to Foster.
Watch out.
Foster running the floor for Meadville. Dribbles behind the back. Bounce pass to Boitnott. Finds Clune. Head fakes a 3. Goes to Boitnott. Back to Clune. Left wing 3 in the air. And it won't go. Rebound grabbed by Simpson.
Boy, he's off tonight, Jason. He didn't want to shoot the first one.
Carter Cross down the lane, coast to coast. Missed it off the window. Foul on Anthony Boitnott. We're making some head contact.
I'll tell you, Jason, Clune cannot find the basket. 2:54 left. He's
they're going to call it on Lindsay, excuse me.
That's only Lindsay's third with 2:54, so he'll stay out there.
6 Meadville team foul, but Carter Cross will shoot 2 foul shots. And the first line drive is no good.
Now you got to box out. You got to know who has the shooter, Ray. A lot of times you'll see the shooter sneak in there. Foster and Pirro have been in that situation all year. They know which one has the shooter.
And Cross goes 1 for 2 from the line. He's got 19 points. 30-second timeout called by the Ramblers. So the Ramblers timeout situation, 1:30, 1 full. Meadville, 1:30, 2 fulls. Fouls, team fouls, Meadville with 6, Prep with 5. Individually, Majeski with 4 for the Ramblers, Piro and Lindsay each with 3. That's your foul trouble right now.
Foul trouble is that Meadville has 16 fouls, Ray, and Prep's a great foul shooting team. So I got to believe Coach Majeski's telling his kids to drive to the hoop right now and put Meadville in a situation where if you don't make it and get fouled, to keep clicking on those team fouls. Meadville up by 2 at 2:54. The question is for the Meadville fans tonight, where is Jason's Clune shot been tonight? Oh, he's got to be kicking himself. But you know what? Meadville still has the lead, and it's 2:54 left. Now if Jason puts a couple in, this is when they really count.
Boydnott will inbound it to Clune.
He's going to bring it up to give Foster some breaking.
They go the full length of the floor, right to left with 2:49 left in the fourth quarter and a 2-point lead. Anthony Boydnott with the basketball. To Armani Foster. Armani Foster at the right elbow finds Clune. You have to think if Clune had some confidence right now, he probably would have pulled the trigger on that shot. And Foster's fouled in the forecourt by Carter Cross.
That's not a good foul, Ray, because that puts the next one in Meadville in a bonus. And Majestic is saying to Cross, why?
And I believe I'm now finally caught up on the Prep fouls as the Cross has 2.
And now, right now, Clune will inbound the ball. And a lot of times, Boydnott will inbound the ball. But when things get close in the game, McElhaney has always had Clune inbound it.
Clune inbounds it to Armani Foster in the right forecourt. He's guarded by Russo. Down to 2:33 remaining in the fourth quarter. Meadville up by 2.
This game should go to overtime like the first game, right?
Yeah. Wouldn't surprise me one bit. Piro to Clune. Clune between the circles. Finds Boydnott. Boydnott bumped by Simpson.
Man, that's who they want to foul.
I think Simpson was given marching orders to do that.
Yep, to foul Boydnott. Boydnott now has got to make the first one.
Amongst the starters, Boydnott with the second worst free throw percentage at 55%.
And Friday night, Sharon did that and came back to haunt Sharon as he buried a couple.
Boydnott has not scored tonight. Front end of a 1-on-1 with the Ramblers putting Meadville in the single bonus, and Boydnott hits.
That's what he did Friday night. Puts him up to a 3-pointer, which is a good lead. 2:18 left in his game. What a game.
Line to the left to the southpaw, Anthony Boydnott. Second free throw forthcoming. Got it.
2-possession game.
2 for Boydnott. And Meadville up 4, as Mike just mentioned. 2 possessions, 2:18 remaining in the fourth quarter.
Prep saved a little time by not touching the ball right away.
Yeah, Simpson finally picked it up and brought it over the timeline. Simpson kicks it over to Cross. Cross around a screen. Left elbow jumper won't go. Rebound. Grabbed by Bowen, back to Cross. It went through his arms a couple of times. Feet underneath to Russo and Lindsay.
Oh, that looked like a Boydnott.
Now Boydnott's upset too, so is Boydnott going to pick it up?
I don't know.
Lindsay, it's Lindsay.
But Jason Clune did a great job grabbing Boydnott so he wouldn't get a technical foul, and that's what Clune's all about. 1:59 left. Meadville up by 4. 2 shots for Russo, right?
Yes.
The sophomore.
Tommy Russo.
What's he been on the line?
He has not scored tonight. Started for the injured Dejan Heidelberg. I'll give you his numbers in a minute. He hits the first foul shot.
How about him and Boydnott not scoring all night, and they go to the foul line, they sink them.
Russo came in 8 of 15 at 53% on the season.
How about Russo, though, getting that first one like it was nothing, and Boydnott too, Ray.
You know, Russo's done some little things away from the ball starting this game for Heidelberg. That's helped his team.
No question.
Second free throw is up and good. Russo with 2. And again, it's a 2-point Meadville lead with 1:58 remaining in the game.
Now, if Meadville can handle the ball, I would say run the clock, but sometimes they have trouble doing that.
Clune into the front court. Left forecourt. Lobs it on a skip pass right side to Boydnott in the right forecourt. Boydnott will pick up a count. Dribbles inside the wing, and he'll hand it off to Clune. Back to Boydnott. And now Foster has it between the circles, accelerates. Goes to the right elbow, lost the ball off his leg, and it's picked up by Simpson. Simpson in transition, pulls up, 16-footer, short, and grabbing the rebound is Bowen on the left baseline. Bowen almost threw it away. Cross gets it on the right corner. Cross drives on Clune, missed it, and knocked it out of bounds. Meadville ball with 1:16 left in the fourth.
And Prep had 3 good chances there, Ray.
Very good opportunities.
Wow. See if Meadville now with 1:16. Boydnott's going to inbound the ball because they want Clune or Foster to get it.
Anthony Boydnott
is it
looking for Clune. Cross knocked it away. Still Meadville ball. No time run off.
And that's why sometimes Clune throws it in. And this time Foster said, I'll inbound it. People need to send somebody along here, Ray. I know it's a gamble, but Lindsay should get out of it.
Lindsay's the tallest player on the floor right now, so you think, but Clune gets it on the inlet.
Need to clear it out for him.
1:10 remaining, Meadville up 2. Over the timeline on the near side, it's Clune. Timeout Bulldogs.
Good timeout. We're going to keep it here. You can start the full timeout. 52-50 Meadville, 1:08 left. And, you know, a lot of times in this situation, it might sound crazy, people are going to overplay the ball. McElhaney has told his guys to get it in deep to Lindsay. And he feels Lindsay can make that shot if they're overplaying the outside. Let's see if he trusts his freshman in this situation. A lot of people are going to say, well, you got to go for Foster. But if I'm Prep, I'm not going to let Foster drive to the hoop, Ray. So I think McElhaney might have Foster dish it over to Clune or Pirro and have them from the angle, from the side, which is easy to get it into the inside, into Lindsay, and have him go one-on-one with Bowen because you're up by 2. Let's see if they do that. Now Foster's got to be under control here with 1:08 because he's got to realize, Ray, they're not going to let him beat them right now.
Both teams in the single bonus with 17 fouls apiece at 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. Prep with 1:31 full, Meadville with 1:31 full timeout remaining.
And you got to believe Boitnott and the young man for Prep, who was Russo. Both of those young men hadn't scored the whole night. Both did both foul shots.
Foul shots, absolutely.
So if you're a coach, that takes, do you foul Boitnott again, or do you go after Pirro? Pirro hasn't shot the ball in the whole second half.
Ramblers are sticking with, well, I was just going to say they're starting 5, but Peter Jeffries is now into the ball game.
I wonder if he's going to foul somebody.
Could be. No personal fouls for him. They lob it into Armani, or Armani Foster does Meadville. He'll bring it from the backcourt to the front court. Down to 1:02 remaining. Foster had his pocket pick. Russo with a long outlet, but it's stolen back by Boitnott.
Bails him out, and that's because Pirro brought his man over, Ray. Foster didn't want Pirro to bring his man over, and Clune is fouled.
Bumped over the timeline.
1-1.
Carter Cross.
I will bet Clune doesn't stand on the foul line tonight like he did last week. Remember, he stood on that foul line against Sharon, and he backed off the foul line tonight.
So what we're seeing by the Ramblers right now is Jeffries and Majeski, the classic offensive defensive substitution. Jeffries, because he had fouls to give for defense, and now Majeski, who's a dangerous three-point shooter, back out onto the floor.
Got to make the first one, Ray.
Clune, front end of a 1-and-1.
Nope.
It rattles out, but Pirro almost got a big rebound, but his momentum was carrying him out of bounds, and Bowen came up with it. Still a 2-point lead. Ball was almost thrown away by the Ramblers. Angling
Clune's
near side is Simpson, and Clune defensively finally identifies him. And here's Simpson between the circles.
Going to go timeout and go for 1, I bet.
JT Bowen on the right wing. Bowen, top of the key, looking, finds Majeski. Majeski to Simpson. Guarded by Foster, both crowds making noise. Simpson backs up, 21 seconds left to go in the game. Simpson finds Russo, 3 from the right wing, no good, rebound Foster, and Foster is held by Bowen and fouled.
That is the 18th foul, 1-1 again. Now last week, Clune and Foster could have put the game away. They both missed foul shots. Clune missed it tonight. Let's see if Foster, he's got to hit at least 1, Ray, to make it at least a 3-point.
Yeah, you want a 3-pointer to send you to overtime and not beat you. You've got to get 1 or 2 here.
Clear look by the Prep player right there.
Yeah,
and they call a timeout. We're going to keep it here at 30. And you know what? At this point, usually the nicest shooter, this might be good for Monty to collect his thoughts a little bit.
Sure, absolutely. Winner gets Strong Vincent. Friday night, loser will head to the third place game to try to get the 3 seed out of District 10. What a game. It's been 2 just fantastic games here from Edinburgh. I'm glad we came here early and watched the first game, Mike, between Gerard and Strong Vincent. Vincent winning in overtime.
I got to say this, though, for a lot of the naysayers in the area of Meadville saying that this team was going to get blown out, they haven't played anybody. I don't know if they're going to win or not tonight, but they proved one thing, Ray. They're a tough team this year, and as you said, they're only playing 5-6 guys.
14.8 remaining in the fourth quarter. Meadville up 52-50, and Armani Foster to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Prep has committed 19 fouls, Meadville with 7.
You wish it was 10, but it's only 9, so Armani's got to make this first one. Let's see, here we go.
Line to the left to Armani Foster with a game-high 29 points. First free throw up, rattled it in.
Oh, baby. Now he's got to make, if he makes this one, Ray, if you're Meadville, you still play tough D. You just don't let him drive to the hoop.
Yep, don't give him an easy one. As you just mentioned, Foster, second free throw, line to the left, Armani nails it.
Here we go.
Ball into Simpson. Simpson over the timeline right. 11 seconds left to go. Simpson into the right corner. Jeffries, three. Won't go. Rebound, Bowen. Loses it and now picks it back up. Left block, turnaround, shot good with now 1.1 remaining.
Meadville up by 2 with 1.1 second. And I tell you what, Jeff's got to be pumped for being here for this game. If Meadville, I'm not even going to say it. All I'm going to say is right now, Meadville's got to get the ball inbound. But here's a question for you, Ray. If I'm Coach Majestic, I foul before the ball's thrown in.
Yeah.
So no clock, so right?
You can do that, yes.
You can do that. Okay. Who do you foul? I'm getting the stat sheet from my assistant coach. If I'm a smart assistant, Pirro has not shot the ball the second half. Boyd not made those two. Put Pirro on the line.
Pirro is also, I believe, statistically of the 5 on the floor. Yes, he is. He's the worst foul shooter of the 5 on the floor at 53%. So
now, if I'm also Meadville, I don't put anybody underneath for the rebound. I put everybody back, but they're going to have to throw it long if they get the rebound, correct?
Sounds good to me.
That's what I'm thinking right now.
54-52 Meadville.
You got Coach Jones with over 30 years experience down there. I'm sure he was in McElhaney's ear. Clune will inbound it. Let's see if they get number 12. 12 is right there in front of him to foul. No, they're going to defend it.
Clune runs the baseline, gets it into Foster. He's fouled by Upperman, and the clock is down to .3 remaining.
Now, see, to me, that's not a smart play because Foster got the ball too. Even Foster misses, the game's over.
Second on Upperman, Meadville in the double bonus, and Meadville football coach Ray Collins talking back and forth with Mike Fiorillo, sitting directly in front of us with 0.3 of a second remaining, and Armani Foster to the line. Now the officials are chatting, and I'm not sure what about here.
They're probably not sure who the foul's on.
Well, it was on Upperman, clearly.
Well, Coach it's 2 shots. That's why it's a 10th
it's a
foul.
double bonus. Yeah,
That's
I just got done saying. I just got done mentioning that.
Good job, Ray. I'm sorry. I was talking to Coach Collins over there. I'm a little excited because the Meadville team has surprised everybody this year. They haven't been in the District 10 finals in years.
And they haven't won since you mentioned 89-90. Armani Foster with 32 was held in check in the third quarter, but has responded with 8 in the fourth quarter.
In fairness to Prep, that injury really hurt them.
Oh, there's no question that not having Dejon Heidelberg hurt
he would have guarded Armani.
Foster's second free throw up and good. 33, he'll finish with Carter Cross, zips it in, Clune intercepts it, and the Meadville Bulldogs, the #1 seed in District 10 AAA, will advance to the District 10 AAA title game. They'll take on Strong Vincent as they knock off the Ramblers by a score of 56-52, coming from behind in the final quarter as they trailed by 3 through 3.
And you can see the replay of this game Thursday night. Meadville Sharon at 7 and 8:15 Meadville Prep on Armstrong. One wire, infinite possibilities. We'll be back with the post game. Final score again, Meadville. On Armstrong, we want to wish the viewers there goodbye.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. 56-52 Bulldogs to go to the District 10 Championship for the first time in over at least 18, 20 years. And on the radio side, we'll be back with the post game. Bulldog Basketball on the Allegheny News Talk Sports Network and on the net at myansnetwork.com.